what I am going through right now, and no one in your family deserves the pain I am going through, but I believe you were not meant to be in this world.
An emotional hearing following the deadly shooting at a Middleton car dealership.
Plus, we will share how a Wisconsin state trooper is doing this morning after a crash involving their squad on the interstate overnight.
And we continue with the snow across southern Wisconsin. It should be tapering off here shortly, but we're talking about another snowmaker later this week.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on a very, very busy Thursday morning. I'm Josh Breiter.
And I'm Shane Hogan. Chris Stanford has the day off.
We're going to start with that breaking news at this hour. We have a live picture north of Madison as they are dealing with some traffic impacts due to what we're assuming is the weather this morning from the Wisconsin DOT. This is happening on I-39, 90, 94. The DOT telling us that the southbound lanes have 2 right lanes blocked. This is at Highway 78 due to a jackknife semi. You know, we were seeing traffic moving here just a few minutes ago. Now it's back at a standstill. This has been going on for like the last hour or so, Kelly. Kind of nasty up there.
Yeah, you can see that on-ramp coming in, slow traffic there as well. So obviously causing some problems north of Madison this morning, just south of Portage. And we'll continue to see some of the snow fly throughout the morning hours. As we look at our Doppler track, some light to moderate snow in Madison. It's not real heavy, but came down at enough clip. Some of that is accumulating on the roads, as we've seen, especially north of Madison this morning. You can see in Madison, seeing some of the snow. It's tapering off, though, as you head to the north. That is some good news where they've had all those problems. As we look at our future track, you can see how the snow moves out here fairly quickly. By 8 o'clock, I think most of this out of Madison, just a few flurries the rest of the morning. Then we're talking about our second system that'll be moving in Friday night after midnight into Saturday morning. Therefore, we do have a first warn alert day, 3 to 6 inches widespread expected come Saturday morning. Right now we're sitting at 32. A little bit of rain mixed down to the south with temperatures in the low to mid 30s. So the snow out of here, then we'll look at mostly cloudy sky most of today, a little bit of sunshine as we go into the afternoon hours, especially areas to the north, but it should at least be quiet. Looking at the snow-covered roads this morning, especially areas to the north. Otherwise, it should be dry for the rest of the afternoon. Just look out for some of the traffic delays, especially to the north. It has gotten a little bit better, but still delays between Sun Prairie up through Beaver Dam on Highway 151. And obviously north of Madison as you head toward Portage. Still have those delays with those 2 block lanes on southbound I-90, 94 there near I-39. That's where they're seeing most of the delays this morning.
Kelly, thank you. More breaking news at this hour. A Wisconsin state trooper is recovering at home this morning after a crash involving their squad car on the interstate overnight.
It happened near the Badger interchange of I-39, 90, 94 on Madison's east side. Wisconsin DOT cameras capturing this scene around midnight. The State Patrol tells News 3 Now a state trooper was involved in a crash, but that person was not injured. It's still unclear if anyone else was involved in that crash or if there were any other injuries reported at the scene.
New video for more breaking news. Firefighters leaving the scene but are still monitoring hotspots at this hour after battling a massive commercial fire in McFarland overnight. This was on Highway 51 next to the Chosen Few Gym after 10 o'clock. No injuries were reported. In an update this morning, firefighters say the building had vehicle storage structure, contents, and the roof suffered significant damage. Damages are estimated at $500,000. That building was occupied by a restoration company.
Another fire in Madison is leaving 8 people displaced this morning. A cooking fire broke out at an apartment building on East Washington Avenue. The fire was reported just before 6 p.m. last night, and the Madison Fire Department says once crews got on the scene, they found the building's sprinkler system had extinguished that fire. No one was hurt. And the American Red Cross is helping those who are displaced this morning.
You can stay on top of all of these developing stories with our Channel 3000 mobile app. If you have that app, we've already been pushing out this breaking news all morning long. You can get it right at your fingertips. Just search Channel 3000 wherever you get your apps. More news at 6:04. It was an emotional day in Dane County Court Wednesday as we heard from the family of a Middleton murder victim. On Monday, 34-year-old Casa Samba, who was an employee at MSI Auto Sales in Middleton, was shot and killed while on the job.
Police say the shooting happened following a dispute over a vehicle that had recently been leased from that company. Yesterday, the judge set a $1 million cash bond for the suspect, 23-year-old Jakira Anderson. She's been charged with first-degree intentional homicide by use of a dangerous weapon. News 3 Now's Braden Ross has more from the emotional hearing.
You didn't only kill my husband, you murdered me too.
A heartbroken wife speaks in Dane County Court.
He was the only one I had, and here I am right now. All I have is my unborn child.
Remembering her husband, Kausu Samba, shot dead at 34. The woman accused of shooting and killing him at a Middleton car dealership is charged with first-degree homicide.
This defendant, as the complaint shows, is alleged to have shot someone essentially at point-blank range in the chest over what I think even generously to her could be considered a minor customer service dispute at an auto dealership.
Court records allege Jakira Anderson went to the dealership Monday afternoon to complain about a car she had leased from them. She told officers she got in an argument with Samba, who worked at the dealership. She says Samba started trying to push her out of the store. That's when police say she shot him. According to court documents, Anderson told police, quote, "I wasn't trying to kill him, just scare away, and I didn't think I was going to hit him."
The entire incident from start to finish was captured on video. There's going to be no doubt about what happened at trial and that she didn't, in fact, pull the trigger of that gun and shoot this person.
The shooting has left Madison's Gambian and Islamic communities grieving the loss of a man they say was kind, family-oriented, and brilliant. A family member telling us in a statement he had helped many young people in Madison. And his soccer club in Milwaukee commemorating him with this post, saying his positive vibes made their team better on and off the field.
That was Braden Ross reporting. In court, the judge noted more than 30 people showed up virtually to listen. A preliminary hearing in this case has been set for next Friday. We will keep you updated on the latest developments online at channel3000.com and right here on News 3 Now.
State Republicans passing a resolution Wednesday calling on Governor Evers to hold a special election to fill the Secretary of State's office. This comes after the abrupt resignation from Doug LaFollette and the governor's appointment of former state treasurer Sarah Godlewski to the position. State law doesn't require a governor to call a special election, and he says he has no intentions of calling one.
More than 5,000 people in Madison have already voted in the upcoming April 4th election. In an update, the City of Madison Clerk's office said more than 3,800 of the 25,000 absentee ballots have already been returned. In addition, a total of 1,300 people have already voted in-person absentee as well. In-person absentee voting just opened on Tuesday.
A jury convicting a man of homicide, hiding a corpse, and stalking in the death of a man whose body has never been found. After deliberating for 10 hours, a jury finding Zachariah Anderson of Mequon guilty of killing his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend, Rosalio Gutierrez, in 2020. Several searches around the Kenosha apartment failed to locate Gutierrez's body, but phone records, DNA, and other evidence linked Anderson to the victim's apartment the night of his disappearance. Anderson now faces life in prison for first-degree intentional homicide. His sentencing is set for May 16th.
We are waiting to see if a Manhattan grand jury will decide to indict former President Donald Trump. Sources tell CBS News their work is nearly done. Federal and local law enforcement preparing for violent reactions should he be indicted. It's investigating an alleged hush money payment to former adult film star Stormy Daniels back in 2016. Michael Cohen says former President Trump authorized the payment. A crucial question, though, whether Trump falsified records to hide it. But Trump has denied all of it.
We are now at the final moments of the grand jury making a decision. We don't know yet if the prosecutor has formally presented the charges. Once they formally present the charges, the grand jury votes on it.
House Republicans have bashed the Manhattan investigation, calling it politically charged. They're now expanding their own probe into it. Meanwhile, there's been a development in another investigation into the former president, the one where he allegedly mishandled classified documents. A federal appeals court has ruled one of Trump's lawyers, Evan Cochran, must testify and share evidence about the handling of classified materials at Mar-a-Lago.
6:09 right now on a Thursday morning. Just ahead for us, it's almost the weekend in the 608, which means we are helping you plan out your weekend. That includes a favorite light show returning at the Dane County Airport.
And we will hear from head coach Greg Gard after the Badger men's basketball team earned its spot at the NIT semifinals in Vegas.
Why are there two 2 extra seats? I know, Uncle Dane and his giant beard.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Visit your local Volkswagen dealer for 4.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2023 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport.
Celebrate Ashley's anniversary with our lowest mattress prices of the season. Get your best night's sleep on Purple, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, and more. All backed by our 30-day price guarantee and special financing options that fit your budget at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer, Ashley.
Everybody wants a whiter smile because having white teeth projects self-care, confidence, and attractiveness. Whether you're on the dating scene, interviewing for a new job, or simply looking to improve your smile, what you need is Power Swabs. Power Swabs is as easy as snap, swab, and smile. You'll notice 2 shades whiter teeth in 5 minutes and 6 shades in 7 days.
The thing I love about Power Swabs is the convenience. I mean, you break it open, just rub it on your teeth, just like you're brushing your teeth. Let it sit there for a little bit, and you're done.
So I noticed I have a lot more stains on the sides right here. So with the Power Swab, I was able to go in there and really make sure that I was getting that coverage, and it really did work.
Just snap the stain out swab to remove stains from natural teeth as well as caps, crowns, and veneers. Then snap the whitening swab to whiten your teeth 6 shades in 7 days. Finally, smile and show off your pearly whites.
It's 5 minutes in the morning and I'm out the door, and it's amazing. It's a week's worth of 5 minutes a day, and I couldn't be happier with the results.
With Power Swabs, there's no messy strips, trays, or lights that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Whether you smoke or drink coffee, tea, or wine, Power Swabs is sure to lift those stains with 0 to minimal sensitivity. Just a simple 5-minute application, and each day you'll be 1 step closer to smiling with confidence.
Having shades lighter on my teeth in such a short period of time, it almost feels like cheating, to be honest with you, and it tickles me that you can get those kind of results in that short a time period.
Try Power Swabs today and get 50% off your order and free shipping. Plus, get a free Quick Stick pen to remove those coffee, wine, or smoking stains on the go. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Hey Fitchburg, who are you voting for mayor?
Randy Udell understands how to balance growth and protect our farmland.
Randy is fiscally responsible, and he is a great listener. Randy is the inclusive, collaborative leader Fitchburg needs.
Randy Udell's earned my endorsement and the support of first responders. He'll make Fitchburg safer and more welcoming for everyone.
Hi, I'm Randy Udell. Let's move Fitchburg forward together. I ask for your vote on April 4th.
Get the absolute best pricing now during Ashley's anniversary event. We've marked down everything to match online prices, all backed by our 30-day price guarantee. Get your choice of 6 months interest-free financing or low monthly payment options and free local delivery, only at Ashley.
Why are there 2 extra seats? I know, Uncle Dane and his giant beard.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Visit your local Volkswagen dealer for 4.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2023 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
We're back 6:13 on a Thursday morning. It's Friday Eve, so we are working for the weekend with a look ahead to some of the happenings across the area. We're helping you plan out your family's weekend this morning. First up, a favorite. Dane County Regional Airport will host its 4th annual Flight of Lights starting Friday. It's a drive-through light display along International Lane. Whether you are flying out of MSN for spring break or looking for fun, free activities closer to home, the airport has you covered. Flight of Lights is free of charge and runs through April 16th. The Spring Flower Show continues at Olbrich Botanical Gardens. You can explore a stunning scene of handcrafted displays bursting with hundreds of blooming spring flowers. This year's theme is the Wonder of Seeds. Admission is paid at the door. $8 for adults, $5 for kids. It is free for those 5 and under and for Olbrich members. The Mad City Bridal Expo was at the Monona Terrace this weekend. Organizers say now is the time to start planning all of the details to make your special day come true. It's happening Sunday, March 26th from 11:30 to 3:30. There are free tickets if you pre-register online right now. Remember, we are your home for happenings in the 608. You can go to our section of channel3000.com or also click on the community calendar in our partnership with friends at Madison Magazine.
That's right. And remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out on social media or email for a chance to be featured.
All right, let's go to Kelly Slifka now with the latest on First Warn weather and traffic. Kelly, just in, that crash north of Madison near Portage just cleared within the last 60 seconds. So there's good news there.
Yeah, because that traffic's been backed up for well over an hour now, and hopefully things will start to improve. And I think the snow is going to be tapering off here over the next 45 minutes to about an hour. Our early morning snow, minor accumulation, but it's been coming down so heavily that it has been accumulating on the roads, especially areas north of Madison. Now we're set up for some chilly weather for the rest of the week into the weekend. And eventually we're watching another storm system that has prompted a first warn alert day Friday night into a Saturday morning. As you can see, the snow is starting to wind down. Look at how it's quickly starting to evaporate here in parts of south central Wisconsin. Madison now seeing some lighter snow. Most of the problems have been in northern Dane County and then areas to the north this morning. Visibilities have definitely gotten better. We're now above 4 miles here in Madison. Earlier it was down to a mile or less in some areas. Right now we're sitting at 32 in Madison, 32 in the Dells, 31 in Juneau, 32 in Watertown. Mainly wet roads in Madison right now as the snow starts to taper off. 32 in Sun Prairie, Oregon at 32, 33 current temperature in Stoughton. So temperatures are going to be chilly now the next couple of days. What we're watching is late Friday night into Saturday morning when we're looking at first warn alert day. 3 to 6 inches widespread across southern Wisconsin. Some locations could be talking about 6 or 7 inches of snow. It's going to be that sloppy wet snow that comes in. Initially, it might start out as some rain Friday night. That'll be after midnight. Then change into snow. Here we're at 8 o'clock in the morning. A lot of that starts to wind down. So it'll be mainly a late Friday night, early Saturday morning event, but could be depositing that snow of 3 to 6 inches widespread. Maybe a little bit more than that. Madison areas to the east of 6 inches plus. So our first warn forecast 42 today with that snow tapering off over the next hour or so. Friday, most of the day dry. It won't be until after midnight. We'll see the rain snow move in, change into all snow tapering off Saturday morning. Therefore, the alert day, mainly Saturday morning. A chilly but quiet day Sunday before our next system moves in. It looks like early next week, and we continue with that active weather pattern. All right, let's get to our first warn traffic. We do have some slow traffic. It has gotten better, more yellows as opposed to red between Sun Prairie, Columbus up toward Beaver Dam. Areas to the north have improved. We do have that, well, let's get to 151 here first, see some of that yellow. As we go up to the north, we do have that accident. As Josh mentioned, it has cleared, but we still have those residual delays. Southbound lanes of I-90-94 right there near I-39. That's where you're seeing those delays this morning. Also have an accident just south of Sauk City. We're looking at right on Highway 78. Looks like conditions have improved a little bit there as well. But looks like the snow is winding down. We'll take a look at that storm system in more detail coming up.
After rallying in the second half and hitting a clutch 3 with under a minute to play, the Wisconsin men's basketball team survived and advanced to move on to play, in Greg Gard's words, another 40 minutes together. And that's kind of been this team's theme, win or lose. Up or down, the Badgers are going to continue to fight. And Tuesday night's win was just another example of this group's toughness.
Just really proud of this group. I mean, it's not been perfect. It's not been pretty at times, but one thing that can never be denied is their perseverance and their unwillingness to quit. I mean, there's no give in this group, no flinching, no matter what the score is. And I think we've been in so many of these games this year that their willpower to continue to battle possession by possession has served them well.
So the Badgers are headed to Vegas for the Final Four of the NIT. Wisconsin will face North Texas on Tuesday. If they win, they'll face the winner of UAB and Utah Valley for an NIT championship. Bucks hosting the Spurs, and San Antonio isn't very good at basketball this season. Case in point, Giannis only needed 24 minutes to get a double-double. The Greek Freak finished with 31 points and 14 boards. Chris Middleton also efficient. Here's 2 of his 19 points. Middleton dished out 10 assists in the 36-point win. Johnny Davis getting some run with the Wizards. The former Badger scored 7 points, but none prettier than that reverse layup. Davis looking like he was back at the Kohl Center on that play. He also grabbed 3 boards and had a steal in 23 minutes. Luke Fickell admitted on Monday that he's a high-energy guy, but he also said that his energy doesn't compare to his strength and conditioning coaches. Brady Collins doesn't have an off switch. He's bringing that juice 24/7, and it was on display during the off-season workouts for the Badgers to witness. And the best part for them, his energy and intensity are contagious.
It's been setting the standard of, you know, what we need to do to become a great team, not just a good team. So I just really like the energy that he brings and the intensity and also the attention to detail.
Dude, it's crazy. I feel like that's the best way to explain it. Crazy, but crazy good. He pushes to like a different standard, a higher level every day. Doesn't accept anything average, you know, and I think that's what, as a program, we need it. You know?
Back to you.
Thank you, Zach. 6:20 right now. Coming up, how a fast food chain is celebrating Agriculture Month in what some would call an excellent way.
And in our next half hour, how the latest hike in interest rates could be impacting your wallet. Stay with us.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
My name's Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
At Pick and Save, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
We protect your house. And your car.
We need to keep our energy up. I want to take me to Funky Town.
Because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get up and get into Ford F-150, part of F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years straight. All amped up and ready for work or play. Plus, there's a great selection in stock and ready for delivery today. So get into Ford Truck Month and see what a built Ford Tough truck can do for you. Choose FlexBuy on F-150 and get 0.9% APR financing for 66 months plus 1,000 FlexBuy, 1,000 Ford credit cash, and 500 accessories cash.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
He's going to speak now.
The bad news. Most cell companies only give you discounts if you meet their hidden requirements.
I bet he says the good news now.
The good news. US Cellular gives you $830 off any phone when you choose an unlimited evolved plan. No plan restrictions or trade-ins needed.
So nice.
So, friend who always has a broken phone can finally get a new one.
It's just a scratch. It's broken.
No.
Oh. It's busted.
We're good. Oh, no.
Get $830 off any phone with no hidden requirements. US Cellular, built for us.
After I was robbed and my girlfriend was beat up, Janet Prolisay was the prosecutor that went after those criminals. Those fools were on a violent crime spree. Janet prosecuted them case after case and brought those criminals to justice. I saw her work up close. She's compassionate, she's fair, and she believes in public safety. On the Supreme Court, I know she'll fight for you because she fought for me. Janet cares about us.
Introducing Astapro Allergy, steroid-free allergy relief that starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take hours. Now with Astapro Fast Allergy Relief, you can Astapro and go.
Garage doors don't like the cold weather, but if it breaks, Precision Garage Door is always ready.
Does not matter if it's raining or snowing or any kind of other weather conditions, we're going to get it done on the same day. We know how important that is to our customers.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
When your door is always open, so is the fridge. At Pick and Save, however you shop, in-store, pickup, or delivery, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards. That's a win-win-win. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Welcome back, 6:23 on a Thursday morning, and Chris is sharing his or her morning. You never know with Chris. Sometimes it can be a male or female. So they are sharing their morning with us and giving us a little glimpse of spring. Shane, you think this is giving you some spring-like hope?
I picked this picture of all of our amazing submissions every morning, and I like this one because I am manifesting spring. We keep getting teased, Kelly. It's like, all right, here we hit 50 the other day. Now we're talking about snow again. But when I was a kid, the robins arriving this time of year always meant to me that spring's right around the corner. So I hope I give you all of that hopeful energy this morning.
Which corner are you looking around?
Inspiring, yeah. Seriously.
That is true. It sure does not feel like spring right now.
No, it doesn't.
So we need anything that can help us.
Especially if you're looking outside your window this morning.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Thanks, Chris, for sending that. If you want to send your picture, you can use the hashtag MyNewsMorning as well. And McDonald's, forgot that was my line as well, is celebrating Agriculture Month in a pretty unique way. Check this out.
That's exactly right, Shane. They are hosting an egg cracking contest. Iona County, Michigan is home to the Herbrooks Poultry Ranch, the largest egg producer in the state. In 2021, McDonald's bought 56 million dozen eggs from... Does that make sense? 56 million dozen eggs?
You know, the first time you said it, I was sitting here like, what?
I know. Now I'm like rethinking myself. Anyways, they bought a lot of eggs from Michigan farmers and suppliers. A manager from the Stanton McDonald's ended up taking the gold in the egg cracking contest.
That's some serious technique to be able to go a one-handed egg crack. I mean,
I can't do it.
Professional chefs do that, so that's not easy to do. And you know, can't get any shell in there. So.
And not get any shell. It's just a mess.
And I guarantee you someone at home is thinking, with how expensive eggs are right now, those better be going to good use.
I hope they are.
Right?
I want some scrambled eggs right about now. All right, well, the weather's kind of scrambling our brains this morning.
Yeah, it's been causing problems north. We still have that accident just south of Portage on I-90-94 causing delays, but most of the snow is starting to wind down. It should be out of here fairly quickly. We are looking at improving conditions as we go through the rest of the morning. Temperatures are going to be colder. There's a look at that accident just south of Portage on I-90-94.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It would appear that the butler did it. But this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get a low $359 per month lease on Rogue.
Catch these offers while you can.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
On abortion rights, do you want extremist Dan Kelly holding the gavel? Kelly wants abortion banned even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. He'll uphold the 1849 criminal abortion law that allows doctors and nurses to be jailed for performing abortions. And he'll strip women of their freedom to make their own decision on abortion. So don't give Dan Kelly a gavel with your vote. He's just too extreme.
If you've had a classic Reuben before, then Arby's Reuben will taste quite familiar.
But if you haven't, man, oh man, are you in for a wild ride. Arby's, we have the meats.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner.
We got this, babe.
That means that your dreams are ours, too. And our financial planning tools can help you reach them. That's the value of ownership.
It would appear that the butler did it. But this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select models.
Catch these offers while you can.
This morning, fighting inflation, the Federal Reserve raising interest rates again, why the recent collapse of two banks has the Fed rethinking future hikes.
Plus, new video from the scene of a massive fire overnight at a local commercial building. The latest from investigators at this hour.
And the snow is winding down, but not before leaving a coating and even some snow-covered roads areas to the north this morning.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Shane Hogan.
And I'm Josh Brighter. Kelly Slifka with us as well. It's a very busy Thursday morning. If you looked outside, you're going to notice some snow flying, and that's causing some impacts on traffic. Let's take a live look north of Madison this morning. This is I-39, 90, 94, where the interstate splits near Portage this morning. Look at that backup. So from the Wisconsin DOT here within the last 30 minutes, the actual crash itself has cleared, but the residual impacts are obviously still being felt 30 minutes later. And Kelly, you can see obviously fresh snow there. And this is having an impact on traffic that we haven't seen for quite some time.
Yeah,
again.
It was kind of a quick bout of some snow, and obviously those southbound lanes of I-90, 94 right there at I-39. You can see the on-ramp backed up as well. So obviously allow some extra time this morning. Things are improving as far as what's falling from the sky. Our Doppler track indicating the snow is really starting to wind down here, but it did leave that coating moving on out this morning, but still some snow-covered roads, especially areas to the north of Madison. But right now in the Madison area, most of it has now moved out of the county, maybe a little bit of light snow toward Stoughton over toward Deerfield, but areas to the north where we do have that accident up near Portage, things have definitely improved. And you can see on our future track everything out of here quickly before 8 o'clock. We do have a first warn alert day. This isn't for this. This is for what's coming in Friday night into Saturday. 3 to 6 inches of some snow. Maybe mixed with a little bit of sleet and rain as well. It's going to be that very heavy, sloppy snow. Right now, we're sitting right at 32, right at freezing here in Madison toward the Dells. 36 in Janesville, a little bit of rain mixed in down to the south. We'll look at mostly cloudy skies most of today. Areas to the north might see a little bit of sunshine as temperatures will be colder with that north wind. As we'll see temperatures today only in the 40s, low 40s at that. So we do have some snow-covered roads early this morning, light to moderate snow. This is starting to wind down, I think, even before 8 o'clock this morning. But our first morning traffic, things have improved. We had yellows and reds all over the place, areas to the north of Madison this morning, but we still have that accident up to the north, just south of Portage on I-90, 94, right at I-39. Those southbound lanes still blocked, and we'll have more on that upcoming storm system and how much snow we can expect coming up in just a bit.
At least those roads are looking a little bit better now as we enter the 6:30 half hour. Kelly, thank you. Okay, more breaking news right now at 6:32 this morning. A Wisconsin state trooper is recovering at home right now after a crash involving their squad car on the interstate overnight.
It happened near the Badger interchange of I-39, 90, 94 on Madison's east side. Wisconsin DOT cameras capturing this scene around midnight. The State Patrol telling News 3 Now a state trooper was involved in a crash, but that person was not injured. It's still unclear if anyone was else involved in that crash or if any other injuries were reported at the scene.
New video for more breaking news this morning. Firefighters have left the scene but are still monitoring hotspots after battling this massive commercial fire in McFarland. It started just off of Highway 51 next to the Chosen Few Gym around 10 o'clock last night. No injuries were reported. In an update within the last hour, firefighters say the building had a vehicle storage structure, contents, and the roof suffered significant damage. Those damages are estimated at around $500,000 this morning. We're told the building was occupied by a restoration company.
And when we get more updates from authorities on these developing stories this morning, we will push that new information through our Channel 3000 mobile app. You can get it for free today in your app store.
New this morning at 6:34, the Wisconsin State Senate is looking to crack down on the massive wave of car thefts and carjackings across the state. In a 23-8 vote, the Senate is moving to increase penalties for carjacking from a Class C felony to a Class B, increasing the maximum prison sentence from 40 to 60 years. Democratic Senator Chris Lawson from Milwaukee says the proposal is changing letters on a page. Lawson says we should create a certainty of a consequence instead of making something illegal, super illegal, and hoping that solves the problem. Republican Senator Van Weingard says this bill defines carjacking. It makes it clear if you do a carjacking, you do the crime, you're going to do the time. 3 Democratic senators are also joining Republicans in supporting this bill.
6:34 this morning, the Federal Reserve has raised interest rates again in its effort to fight inflation, but the recent collapse of 2 banks has the Fed rethinking its future hikes. The current hikes, though, are making owning a home and getting ahead of credit card debt harder with higher mortgage and interest rates. And with the latest stumble, the Fed says it only expects to raise interest rates 1 more time this year. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 1/4 percentage point on Wednesday. It's the 9th hike in a year as the central bank fights inflation. Rising prices for staples like bread and milk and other common goods are costing American households an average of $372 more a month. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen told Congress banks are taking action to survive in the event of a bank run and hoping to avoid a catastrophe like we saw in 2008. Yellen also said the Treasury Department will not provide blanket insurance to all deposits, but will rescue small banks when needed. This comes on the heels of the United Kingdom announcing their inflation rose to 10.4%, while the U.S. inflation rate is currently at 6%. To an update now, Dane County authorities have identified a woman who was killed in a crash outside of Mount Horeb last week. 36-year-old Karen Chase was pronounced dead at the scene on Highway 151 last Friday. Officials say she was thrown from her vehicle when it rolled over. Officials have shared few details about what caused the crash as the investigation continues.
Investigators have also identified a woman who was found dead after a fire at a Monona apartment complex last weekend. It happened on part of Owen Road. Early Saturday morning, 64-year-old Annette Dorenzo was pronounced dead at the scene. Additional testing is being done to try to determine how Dorenzo died. It is unclear what caused the fire. At least 70 people lost their homes.
Workers at the Starbucks on Madison's Capitol Square have joined in a national strike. It was part of an effort involving more than 100 Starbucks stores and more than 2,000 workers. The work stoppage was scheduled just 1 day before the company's annual shareholders meeting. Starbucks workers are fighting for their right to unionize.
Well, we want to show them pretty directly that we are the ones that bring in the money. If we're closed, if we don't work hard, they're not going to be bringing in the money. We also want to draw more eyes to the project, both political, being right next to the Capitol here, as well as just our customers to know the sort of conditions we're facing.
Workers have held several strikes and protests recently demanding livable wages, consistent scheduling, safer workplaces, and the right to organize without fear of retaliation in the workplace. The strike also comes a week before Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz will testify on Capitol Hill in front of the U.S. Senate's Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions. It's 6:37. Tonight is the first night for Sweet 16 games in the NCAA tournament. And our morning crew, we're still in first place at our News 3 Now Bracket Challenge. But Josh, that is not going to hold for very long.
We're holding on to that number 1 as long as we can. Here's the latest standings. 3 of our final 4 teams have been eliminated here.
Yeah, our championship game was Kansas versus Purdue. So
yeah, we are obviously we're struggling. So our point total is actually capped at 64 at this point. So we can only get another 24 points. The other crew's scores are capped at over 100 points. But you can still see we're number 1 for now. Here's the thing.
Let's hear it.
I want of course I want us to win, but then I would have Mark and Susan Live at 4 crew. Like, I want them to win next because obviously Zach Hanley, he knows sports. And then Eric Franke is a know-it-all when it comes to sports as well.
I know sports too, and I made a lot of those picks. So I'm a little embarrassed. But you see, my name was not up on that graphic. So I will deny any of this when it comes time when we plummet to 4th.
But if we win, you're going to take all the credit.
I'm going to say, put my name on that graphic.
All right, so this is kind of cool, though, too, our viewers getting into it.
Yeah, we want to give a huge congratulations to our viewer, Bruce Gerke, who is blowing out our brackets. He has 49 points already, and his final 4 picks leave him with a point cap of 161 points. So he's probably going to take the cake. So, Bruce, good job by you.
Yeah, it's been fun digging into the other anchor teams, but our viewers are doing really well, too.
Yeah, they are. All right, it is 6:39 this morning. We're going to take a live look outside, keeping an eye on that traffic situation happening at I-3994 there. Keeping an eye on that as we continue this morning.
And new data showing rising rates of infant deaths. That's in your Morning Health Watch. We'll be right back.
Make a difference in the world.
Be a mentor.
Young people need a positive role model to succeed and navigate life's challenges. Learn about mentorship opportunities at unitedmadison.com/mentoring. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
Is no in your vocabulary?
No.
No isn't a thing at Bergstrom Automotive.
Can I park my helicopter in your lot?
Yes!
Perfect.
You've been told no before? Join the Bergstrom Automotive family for the yes. Bergstrom for the yes.
There were severe health complications with my baby when I was pregnant. We made the decision to have an abortion so our daughter wouldn't suffer. Dan Kelly doesn't believe that women should even have that freedom. On the Supreme Court, Dan Kelly will uphold the criminal ban on abortion. Someone you love might struggle with a pregnancy like I did. And that's why we can't have an extremist like Dan Kelly on the Supreme Court.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it. 4imprint for certain.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
So you just bought a vehicle from us. Will we give you a week to drive it and return it if you don't love it?
Yes.
Love it or return it? Yes, it's that easy. You've been told no before? Join the Bergstrom Automotive family for the yes. Bergstrom for the yes.
Make a difference in the world.
Be a mentor.
Young people need a positive role model to succeed and navigate life's challenges. Learn about mentorship opportunities at unitedmadison.com/mentoring. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
You feel powerless. It took a year of working with our Call for Action volunteers for a Madison woman to resolve a healthcare billing issue. Catherine Merck brings you a Call for Action investigation into a kidney dialysis horror story tonight at 5:30.
The candidates for Madison mayor face off. News 3 Now, channel3000.com, and the Cap Times present a debate between Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway and challenger Gloria Reyes.
Watch live streaming Monday at 7 p.m. Replayed Tuesday at 4 on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
We're back at 6:43 on the Health Watch this morning. New data from national health leaders showing mortality rates for infants and new mothers have been on the rise the last few years, including during the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. The American Academy of Pediatrics found the rate of sudden infant death syndrome in 2020 was highest among non-Hispanic black babies and nearly 3 times more than the death rate for non-Hispanic white babies. A health expert News 3 spoke to says the racial disparities in our society are nothing new.
Public health, sometimes it treats Black people as dysfunctional rather than systems. And the reality is there have been racial disparities in prenatal care for a long time. There have been racial disparities in food insecurity for a long time.
Wisconsin has one of the highest black infant mortality rates in the country and has been identified as the only state in the country where the life expectancy gap is growing between black and white women.
6:44 right now. Let's get to Kelly Slifka with the latest on your first warn weather. School watch up and running. We have 1 2-hour late start. That's Riverdale School District. So they're making that call early.
Yeah, we had some pretty good snows, at least for a time overnight, and that's what caused some of the conditions on the roads to deteriorate, especially north of Madison. But as you can see, over the last half hour, 45 minutes, a lot of that snow has just kind of dwindled here in Madison. So did leave a coating, though, of some snow. You can see that from our sky cam here at the station, a coating of snow, just what we want to see here as we're headed into the later part of March. So we had some early morning snow. That's just about done with. Minor accumulation did cause some problems with some snow-covered roads to the north earlier. Chilly through most of the rest of the week into next week. Looks like we're watching another storm that'll bring us more significant snow. This will be Friday night after midnight, continuing into Saturday morning with several inches expected. We're at 32 right now in Madison. The Dells 32, Juneau 31, Monroe 32, 36 right now in Janesville. Everybody at freezing, maybe 1 degree below in Sauk City at 31, 32 in Cross Plains, while it's 32 in Oregon and 33 currently in Stoughton. So a lot of the snow starting to wind down. We do have an alert day for that incoming snow on Friday night into a Saturday morning. We're looking at widespread 3 to 6 inches of snow. This is going to be that really heavy wet snow, of course, this time of the year because of the warmer temperatures, but all of southern Wisconsin going to be impacted by that. So Friday, most of the day into the evening dry. It won't be until after midnight. Some of this rain lifts to the north, eventually changing to all snow overnight into Saturday morning. By Saturday, the mid-morning hours, that should be on to our north and east, but not before depositing about 3 to 6 inches widespread across southern Wisconsin. There might be a little bit more, 6, 7 inches of snow from Madison over toward Jefferson and parts of Rock County. So that's what we're watching going into the weekend, another active week for us. So the snow tapering off this morning. First warn forecast Friday looks okay, 47. It won't be until Friday night. Some rain and snow change to all snow, therefore that alert day. Another system brings us a mixed bag of precipitation. It looks like Sunday night into Monday. I want to get to our first warn traffic because we have had some issues, especially to the north. A lot better conditions, though, than what we saw earlier. Most roads are in the green, some yellow and red spots. This is the main issue that we still have on I-90, 94, just at the I-39 exchange. So southbound lanes still very slow, headed toward Madison.
All right, Kelly. Yeah, those maps looking a lot better at this hour. Some good news there. Thank you. Time right now is 6:46. We are working for the weekend in the 608 with a look ahead to some of the happenings across the area. We're helping you plan out your weekend for your family this morning. And here's a chance to sample classic Wisconsin fare and tour downtown Madison's Capitol Square and neighboring areas. This is the Downtown Capitol Square Tour. It's offered year-round on Sundays by Madison Eats Food Tours. Organizers say this is a great way to experience a real Wisconsin flavor while discovering hidden gems. It's happening Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4. Tickets are available online right now. The Taylor Party is set for this weekend in Madison. Do you have a favorite Taylor Swift song, Shane?
Oh,
Putting you on the spot here.
I'm not even going to go there.
I love a good love story. That's probably one of my favorites. It is Taylor Swift night at the Sylvie on Saturday, so you have plenty of time to figure out which song's your favorite.
Thank you.
It's presented by FPC Live. Doors open at 7:30 with a show set for 9 o'clock. This is for those 18 and up. Tickets range from $15 to $30 online right now. You can join in on your favorite farmers market at the late winter Dane County's Farmers Market at Garver Feed Mill. The market runs each Saturday through April 8th from 8 in the morning until noon. This is a great chance for you to do your weekly grocery shopping while supporting local makers. Remember, we are your home for happenings in the 608. You can go to our website, channel3000.com, click on the In the 608 section, or you can check out the community calendar in partnership with Madison Magazine.
And remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out on social media or email for a chance to be featured. 6:48 coming up next, everything you need to know in the morning sprint.
But first, it is March 23rd, and we want to say happy birthday to Emery and all the other kids turning our favorite number 3 today. Thanks for celebrating, and happy birthday from all of us here on News 3 Now this morning.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
At Pick and Save, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Come to Slumberland and get 20% off our beautiful new furniture and decor during our Spring Spruce Up event. Plus extra discounts on recliners, patio, Sealy mattresses, and sectionals. Get an extra 20% off right now at Slumberland Furniture.
An ally of former President Trump is one step closer to joining the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
Dan Kelly. He worked for a radical anti-abortion group and on the court could uphold Wisconsin's abortion ban. No exceptions for rape or incest. And Kelly not only opposed background checks on all gun sales, he wrote the court decision making it easier for dangerous people to carry guns in public. Banning abortion, putting our communities at risk. Dan Kelly is too extreme.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the limited time double bacon cheddar pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Nacho cheddar cheese sauce, crispy bacon, Canadian bacon? Now that is an expression.
Change the way you pizza.
This ring is a commitment. After we got married, I got very sick. He would come every day to help me walk again. And now I'm back. This is a reminder
that love endures all.
Express your extraordinary love. Jared, love brilliantly.
Team, I need a volunteer. We need promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes promotional product success easy. For high-quality items, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Here at Precision, we know cold.
Springs definitely hate it.
There's no really a good time to tell when the spring's gonna break, it just breaks.
Fixing garage doors is what we do here at Precision. We get in, we get out, and we leave you with a quality repair.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Why are there 2 extra seats? Are we getting 2 Great Danes? I know, giant Uncle Dan and his giant beard. Maybe a dragon. Twin sisters, and one is a robot and one is a knight. And I'll be on the side of the octopus.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Visit your local Volkswagen dealer for 4.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2023 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport.
There were severe health complications with my baby when I was pregnant. We made the decision to have an abortion so our daughter wouldn't suffer. Dan Kelly doesn't believe that women should even have that freedom. On the Supreme Court, Dan Kelly will uphold the criminal ban on abortion. Someone you love might struggle with a pregnancy like I did. And that's why we can't have an extremist like Dan Kelly on the Supreme Court.
Sleeping in pain or too hot? Come to Slumberland and get 20% off mattresses. Find your perfect mattress with our easy rating system and save big. Get a Sealy Queen mattress for just $4.99. Only at Slumberland.
When your door is always open, so is the fridge. At Pick and Save, however you shop, in-store, pickup, or delivery, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards. That's a win-win-win. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
We start with that breaking news out of the First Warren Traffic Center this morning. Again, slow moving traffic. This is north of Madison. After some fresh snow overnight, there was a jackknife semi. This is I-39 9094 near Portage, where the southbound lanes are moving at a snail's pace. At least traffic is moving now. About an hour ago, it was standstill. But according to the DOT, the crash has been cleared, but we're still seeing some residual impacts from that. Kelly will have more coming up in First Warren traffic. More breaking news right now. Wisconsin State Trooper is recovering at home this morning after a crash involving their squad car on the interstate overnight. This happened on the Badger interchange on I-39 9094, Madison's east side. Wisconsin DOT cameras capturing the scene around midnight. The State Patrol tells News 3 Now a state trooper was involved in a crash, but that person was not injured, luckily. It's still unclear if anyone else was involved in that crash.
Firefighters have left the scene but are still monitoring hotspots after battling a massive commercial fire in McFarland overnight. It started just off of Highway 51 next to the Chosen Few Gym after 10 last night. No injuries have been reported, and in an update, firefighters say the building had a vehicle storage structure and contents and the roof suffered significant damage. and those damages are being estimated around $500,000. The building was occupied by a restoration company.
He was the only one I had, and here I am right now. All I have is my unborn child.
Emotional words of the wife of a man who was shot and killed at a Middleton car dealership Monday afternoon. Jakir Anderson was in court after shooting Casa Samba after a disagreement at MSI Auto Sales. Anderson is charged with first-degree homicide. In court, she said she didn't mean to kill Samba, only scare him. A preliminary hearing is set for next Friday.
A possible criminal indictment for former President Donald Trump will wait for at least one more day. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office postponed a grand jury session over concerns of protesters, more information, or reducing tensions. The former president is in Florida with advisors remaining defiant and plans to hold a press conference if he is indeed indicted.
Huge wave of protesters continues in France as the nation reels from the passing of a pension reform bill, raising the retirement age from 62 to 64. Hundreds of thousands of people have gone on strike, and trash has not been collected in Paris for 17 days. New strikes today are expected to affect train traffic, air travel, and teachers also walking off the job.
And for the second day, strikes at the nation's second largest school district have canceled school and forced 500,000 students to stay home from class. Workers at the Los Angeles Unified School District are striking for higher wages and solutions to staffing issues. The strike is expected to last through tomorrow if no agreement is met.
Well, you could help a homeless animal in Nevada and receive a bad drawing as a gift. The SPCA of Northern Nevada is offering exceptionally subpar pet portraits for a $40 fee. You can submit your pet picture and receive an averagely painted portrait of your favorite animal. The organization says it takes around 1 week for their volunteers to send you your portrait. And now here's Kelly with your latest forecast. Snowy morning, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, definitely busy overnight this morning, but a lot of the snow has now dissipated, and we should stay dry the rest of today, but colder with that north wind out there. Temperatures only in the low 40s this afternoon. The snow just about over with. Some sun expected later today. And your first morning forecast brings in some cold weather. Alert day arrives Friday night into Saturday with some accumulating snow, expecting 3 to 6 inches. Quick look at our first morning traffic. Things have improved, but we still have this delay. Southbound lanes of I-90-94, right there at I-39. Still having a backup there on the north side, just south of Portage there.
Yeah, not what we want to see this time of the year for sure.
Not that either.
No. All right, we'll continue monitoring this, folks, and get you out the door with everything you need to know. We're back with a live update at 7:26. Make it a great day.